What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Last But Not Least podcast. Your boy, Mr. Snapisode. Got my co-host here.
Boy, KG.
And we got some interesting news here today. So we are welcoming in and I guess absorbing, or however you want to put it. An inquisition was made of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
A merger was made. We have the Salt No Sugar podcast that are officially coming over to the Last But Not Least podcast. So if we could welcome them into the show, we appreciate it. Y'all can go around the table, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. First time they seeing y'all. So if you want to start right over here, Miss JD.
JD, I am, I don't know what to say.
Okay, well, we'll go back to you.
I'll go back to somebody else.
Hi, I'm Chani. I'm just happy to be here.
Okay, yeah.
Keep it simple.
Church answer.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, and we got
Blind D.
You know it.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, they ain't got talking yet.
Right.
I'm sure
Right.
We got the drink flowing. So.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get there. So we're gonna get into the next topic real quick. As everybody knows right now, what's buzzing on the internet is Eboni K. Williams' comments about bus drivers. And to be quite frank, her commentary is that she would never date a bus driver unless he owned the bus. I kind of want to get the ladies on this one first. What are your opinions, JD, about that comment of her being unwilling to date the average bus driver?
I don't think that it was that she's unwilling to date the average bus driver. I think it's based off of her status of where she is now and accepting someone that is not where she is. I don't believe that she said that she just wouldn't, like, if he was okay with his job, that's what you want to do.
Cap.
That's where you're at. That's what you enjoy.
Cap.
Then great. Awesome for you. I'm glad you found your happy place.
Cap.
That just doesn't work for me and my life and my goals and where I'm headed now.
So you couldn't date a bus driver?
I didn't say that. I'm not saying that. But are you going, like, for me and my ambitions and what I want, does our goals even match? Like, I want to move further.
He got a job.
Okay, that's not all you need for me.
He can take you wherever you want to go for free.
I don't want to get on the bus.
I'm saying, for free, he can take you wherever you want to go.
I'm not saying that. He happy with his job, great. Awesome.
So I guess the pivot point here is, like, let's just say this bus driver, he treats you exactly the way you need to be treated. You are the moon, the stars, and everything to him. The only caveat is that he drives a bus. Are you telling me that's not good enough to be your man? If he's willing to, you can walk on his shirt, on the shirt on his back, but he drive a bus. That's not good enough.
It's not about him driving the bus. It's about ambition. Does his ambition match mine?
I got you, but he treats you the way that that you need to be treated.
You can treat somebody great. You can be the best person in the world to somebody. They ain't gonna stop them from cheating on you because you not providing them with something.
And that
Something's
ambition
missing.
ain't there. And what we got?
So
what
y'all
we
cheating
doing?
off of ambition?
No, I'm not saying that. That's not what I said. I'm saying that he's settled with what he's doing. He doesn't want more. He's comfortable. That doesn't match me. I'm not comfortable.
Well,
like,
why
yes,
can't
you treat me great.
continuously to be on your ascension while he just stays? Like, I don't know if
Somebody
you have
gets
to
left
necessarily be in the same spot at the same time. I think that's why it's so hard for people to link up, because everybody feels like I have to match somebody in this way, shape, form, or fashion. If he's bringing in a steady income and you're still on the climb, then just because y'all don't match up don't mean y'all relationship is any less special to me.
I'm not saying that. I mean, if he's okay with being a bus driver and he's okay with everything and he's okay with me pursuing other things and keep moving and keep going, and if there's a possibility that he could get left behind with me moving up.
So, okay, let's just put this in the perspective of numbers. You make 100K, he make 50K. Together, y'all make 150K. You'd rather be by yourself making 100K than with him making 150K.
I would much rather be with him.
It's not about that.
Yeah, but that's not what it's
It's
about.
about stagnation.
What's stagnant? You go to work
You
every
got a
day.
401k.
Right.
got
Okay.
benefits.
Yes.
Can he get
has
it?
that.
Can he get it immediately?
With the 401k?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's penalties. We all know
Exactly.
there's always
Exactly.
penalties.
So he get that penalty because he ain't there. He's not pulling out that 401k because he don't want that penalty. So that means he gonna get in trouble. That means we gonna get in trouble.
Let me ask this question. What does ambition look like to you? from a man?
I'm gonna let Johnny answer that first.
Okay. So ambition, to me, as far as a man, you meet a person, you ask them, what are their aspirations in life, where do they desire to go, and if they give you the inclination, like, oh, okay, I'm pretty content of where I'm at, like, oh, what do you do, or what is that defined by, and they say, oh, well, I work, I don't know, let's say, I don't know, they do food industry type of work, and they tell you they're perfectly content there. They don't have any desire to move up. Like, you don't want to be a sous chef? You don't want to cook nothing? You just want to do that. Okay, fine. That's not for me.
Well, you're not working the job. He is.
Right, but...
Do you all know what it entails with sous chef? Maybe he don't want that responsibility.
Would you date a girl who works in the fast food industry and you doing what you're doing?
I mean...
No.
Well, women are high. Everybody knows women are hypergamous, though.
I'm just saying.
Women are hypergamous, so you guys the ones like to date up. Men don't necessarily. If she looked a certain type, like, men don't really care about that kind of thing. That's the thing. Like, men don't really.
I mean, a man probably
men-
look at a girl at a fast food restaurant like, I'd probably upgrade her.
But you ask the question of what does a woman bring to the table?
Right.
Like, how do y'all do
probably
that?
upgrade her.
Y'all still feel okay with asking the question of what a woman brings to the table.
Well, see, I think
That doesn't make
when
sense.
women hear that question, y'all think that we talking about finances. Most men don't really care about what money women bring to the table.
So how is that? Look, what are you saying when you're asking a woman what she brings to the table?
What wifely qualities do you have? Do you know how to be a wife?
Husband.
not
What type
true.
of
Well,
what
I mean,
do you bring?
That's a fair question. That's a fair question. Usually that's providing, right? That's being a protector. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be a problem solver, being the person who's in charge of the final decisions in hopes that they guide your household into the right lane. That's usually what men are supposed to do. But when you talk about like what a wifely duties are, these are things that are kind of being lost amongst like modern women. When you talk about cooking, cleaning, rearing children, even being like a good support to maybe he has a business or something like that. Like a lot of women, I seen a video the other day where dude busted like a 13-hour shift at work, came home and bitch had some pizza for him. She was like, here you go. He was like, I've been at work all day and all I get is some quick trip
So what she
pizza.
been doing all day?
He pay all the bills.
Maybe she tired.
So hold on, let me get this straight. I just want to make sure we got this straight.
Here we go.
So I can go to work for 13 hours on my feet, right? You sitting at home, 14 hours. You sitting at home.
How we know?
You sitting at home. I'm just saying based on the contents of the video.
I'm just saying, how we
at
know she
home.
was just sitting at home not doing nothing?
Apartment looked like it was about 600 square feet, respectfully. Respectfully. It ain't that much to clean. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I always wonder, like, when women like say, well, you can't put a price on what I do. It's like, yeah, if you got a family of like 7 or 8 people, you cooking, you cleaning, you got all these chores, I get it. But if you got one kid and stuff like that, everything don't get dirty every day. You ain't on the floor with a toothbrush scraping the tile on the floor to make sure it's clean. So I think it's crazy for a modern man now to go out, work 14 hours on a day, come home and all you get is some frozen pizza.
Well, first of all, most men nowadays are not even going to do their 14, 13-hour shifts. They doing just as less as the woman nowadays. So nowadays, women don't feel like we need to cook, clean, and do all that type of stuff because you ain't pulling your
You can't
weight
make this
at
shit
work.
up. You can't make this shit up.
But also, men now I feel like most men, I'm not gonna say all men, but I'm gonna say most men look at that whole what do you bring to the table and look at that whole what do you want? They asking for effort. They asking for the woman to bring in money. They're asking for the woman to provide just as much as they provide. They're asking for dates. They asking for flowers. They asking for
asking to
all
be
types of
chased.
stuff. And you well,
ask
dang, am I the
for
girl?
that type of stuff.
So you
They
are
can get
looking
it.
like, what am I doing?
I can't say that I've ever asked for half the things on that list to be.
Well, I
again,
can say
I'm not-
that there are men that
Yeah,
looking for that
yeah,
same
looking
thing.
for that, yeah.
Asking for the same thing. Asking
Yeah.
why not? Why you can't do for me what I do for you?
That's
Why you can't pay for my haircut? I pay for your hair to get done all the time. Pay for my haircut.
We're
Send
just
me
gonna
some
be
money.
Send me
completely
some
honest.
money. Cash at me.
Sounds kind of feminine. I can't relate to I don't respect men that sit up there and get with women for financial benefits. Like, oh, I need you to do this for me. And like that's to me, and I may be old school in this approach, but to me, that's not what a man is. Like a man is supposed to be the one who figures shit out. Like when y'all in a pickle, y'all need to figure something out. I'm not looking at you like, hey, what do you think on it? Hey, look, we got to make some moves. This is what we're gonna do. If it don't pop, then I'm gonna have to figure something else out. Like that responsibility shouldn't be on you. The amount of stress to maintain a household should fall solely on the shoulders of a man. Your
Nowadays-
input is needed, but
But it don't fall on the man no more. That's why women are the way they are now. That's why we won't date the bus driver.
That's what I was about to say. Going back to
Yeah.
what she was saying, like that's not, men have become less ambitious
Yep.
with what it is that they're willing to do.
Maybe
To-
not.
that's what it seems
That's what
like.
it seems
have
like.
men become more or less ambitious, or have women become more ambitious? Because if our ambition has kind of stayed the same, bus drivers has always been a respectable, the way she put it was just like, no, I mean, he got to own the bus. Like, it take a lot of money to own a bus line, to own a bus, to be able to keep up with the maintenance on one of those standardized buses. So it's not like she talking about a guy, if he making 40, he can just go make 60. No, you talking about somebody got to make 120, 150 to be able to buy the bus and actually keep up with it. So it's not like she's asking, it's not like a small jump she's asking for. She's asking for some shit where it's just like, you own the fries at McDonald's and now you co-owner of the store. Like that's the jump that we're talking about
But
here, financially.
but she wasn't asking for that to happen now. She was asking, are you willing to put in the work to do that?
Yeah,
I don't think she
to
said
own the
that.
bus.
To
She
do
said
it. Are
he
you willing
has
to go to
own the bus. She didn't say she was going to talk to him as the bus driver as he started to try to own the bus. She said he needs to own the bus when they start talking.
Well, that
He
goes.
need to be good.
Well, that goes to the point of a lot of women just not wanting to date anymore off of potential of where I think you might possibly go, maybe, kinda, I don't know. And then it's something that never comes to fruition. And then you sitting there like, well, what happened? I thought she was gonna own the bus. Like,
So what? And this is the
Yeah.
curveball.
yeah, thought we was on our way. Like, you, what you doing?
And that's fair. And that's fair. But this is the curveball. What you got to understand is the guy who already got that stuff don't have to have you as his only option. That's the problem. That's the divide in the relationship business where you want the guy who already owned the bus. That nigga want a whole bunch of bitches. He don't want one. You know how hard he had to work to
I
get
want
to
a
the
bus load. I want a bus load.
Why do you think I own the bus?
I don't agree with that.
Well, you-
I
but
don't.
if you think about it, right? Men don't work their whole lives to get to a certain point to be like, now it's time to settle down. Because when I wasn't popping, when I wasn't that guy, y'all didn't pay me no attention. So now that I have all these women coming at me, because that's the first point in your life as a man, if you're successful, the tables have turned essentially. You've been chasing women your whole life. Now that you financially are stable, you got $1 million or whatever it is. Now women are actually chasing you, and that's when y'all saying you need to settle down.
But it also depends on what type of women are chasing you at this point. Are you looking for the women that's chasing you, or are you looking for the woman that's living down the street from you with the same that you got?
You just got the bus. What you putting on the bus?
Bus is a bitch. Bus load. All of them.
I feel like
Lap up,
That's
goddamn it.
crazy.
Y'all lap up.
That's crazy. So I want to deal with all these. I want to spend my money on all these, on all of
But
them.
that's just
That's why
like
I bought this
that's just like the women who stayed down for the man who did do all the work to get to be that CEO owning the buses, and all of a sudden he treating her like shit because he got all these other bitches behind him.
Yeah,
what
that's
about
true.
her?
Hey, I
That's
held
true,
you
too.
down.
Yeah.
I was with you when we was doing the
does
bus.
that
That's
actually pay off? That poses the even better question of, is it necessary for y'all to just be evenly yoked from the beginning?
What is even though? I guess that's the real. Well, what is when people say evenly yoked? What do you mean by
Date in your
even?
bracket.
Yeah, but even if you dating in your bracket, it ain't like we going out on a date. I pay, you pay. It's usually he paying. So I think there's some exceptions.
Sometimes they never know, because if she make the same, if y'all evenly yoked, then why not?
What's
Why
dating
can't
in-
I do that?
What's dating in your bracket though? We just talked about the man.
Dating in your bracket. If he on the bus and I'm a lawyer, then we can be together because we in the
But
same bracket.
If he own the bus and you work at McDonald's, He not dating her bracket.
The guy who owned the bus ain't gonna be looking at the girl who working at McDonald's.
Hey, you want to ticket on this bus?
Right.
You want to ticket on this bus?
He trying to.
Hop
So
on.
he ain't paying a McDonald's worker no attention anyway.
Let me not say that. I ain't gonna say he's just trying to smash, because I agree with men are able to uplift or bring a female up to their level a lot easier than a woman
They
is
don't
able to
mind, though.
upgrade
That's
They
true.
don't mind
or
that.
get a man
Because-
up to their level.
But that's because the woman has now realized the man can protect her. She can submit to him. How often do we do that?
Well, see, and that's a whole nother thing when y'all start talking about like submitting to a man and feeling like you can
A man don't
submit
submit to a woman. That's why y'all won't go up when we trying to do that.
I agree. I agree with you, but I'm saying like women say I have to find a man that I want to be feminine to. Like I have to, like somebody has to bring that out of you, and it's
You
just
do.
like
There
that's like me being feminine and saying I gotta meet the right woman so she can bring the masculinity out of me.
That's true.
It's true.
That's agreed.
No guy
Yeah.
walks around acting
First of
like
all,
a female
it-
until he meets the right woman. That just
It's
doesn't
honestly,
happen.
it's not even that. It's the woman brings like that softness to him because he walking around so hard. She break him down to where he wants to
But
be.
she meets him masculine, and you're saying he brings out his
And you met
femininity.
her masculine.
But no nigga want to walk up on another nigga. That's how half of y'all is acting. Y'all acting like other niggas. Like,
We have to be. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Help me.
see, that's what I'm saying.
That's
Like
the
that's
thing.
complex.
You want help. The man not asking for help.
He need the help though. He
He
should
don't-
be
he
asking
really-
for
he
it.
really don't
He
need the help.
should be asking for it just because
I got 32 seats of
You in this
bitches.
bus.
You want me to ask for you to help me? I don't know if this gonna work.
Pretty much.
At this
I mean,
point,
it does-
emotionally bankrupt is what you are. And when you cross paths with a woman and she's able to bring that out of you, that's what you gain from the situation.
I think what it is you know how when men be like, "Oh, I need my peace." That's that part for a man.
I don't think a
bring me
woman has
that
ever
peace.
been a man's piece.
I
They have-
disagree.
They have been the disruption of said peace. Oh my God!
What is considered
What's
destructive?
your
What disturbs you?
I'm watching the game. NBA Finals.
LeBron just scored.
I'm talking about 3 seconds left on the clock.
If
And
she
you
say, "Go
walk in
take out
front
trash."
and turn off the TV and say, "Hey, I think we need to talk."
Let's talk then.
That just disturbed the peace that I was in looking at this game.
So you
You
can't
know
go
what I'm
back.
about to talk.
You can't go back.
What I'm
and
about to
watch
talk to
see
you
what he
about
was
is gonna
can't
bring
go
you
back.
peace too.
It's better when it's live. Like now I gotta rewind and everybody done text me LeBron won. It's not the same.
You ruined my peace.
Well, what if that? But I'm your peace.
No.
I'm coming to talk to you
No,
about
you
something
not.
that's gonna be
When
just
I'm
as
at peace, you
peaceful.
at peace.
That's not
We
true.
at
That's how that counts. That's how that works.
When you at peace, I'm broke. That's usually how that works. That's usually how that works. Guys don't know. We real simple as far as like who we are as like a species. We're very, very simple, very simplistic. It gets complicated when you add in all these additional factors into what they call the game, right? The game is women try to get as much resources out of women. Men try to spend as least amount of resources to get ass. So if that's the game, it complicated because I can't necessarily be who I genuinely am because it's going to be a turnoff to you. So if I allow you to see that part of me that I'm just trying to smash, I'm not going to smash. So I have to play this little game and you're going to try to get money out of me. Let's go to Roof Chris. And I'm going to be like, let's just Netflix and chill. That's the game.
But now women are switching it around
There's
on
a
y'all.
glitch.
Now we're doing Netflix and
There's a
chill.
glitch in the
Yeah,
system.
there's a glitch.
And what man has complained about that?
You right.
None.
Y'all they
None.
not gonna complain.
I think men are complaining about.
Oh, ain't nobody complaining.
I mean,
That's that man with that feminine stuff you
Right,
talking about.
right.
the biggest
Facts.
complaint is men being used for the money they don't have.
But see, that's easy to say, but I
You
can't
trying to
spend
use
something I
me
ain't
for
got.
my money that
Yeah.
you don't have.
But see, that's the thing though.
Amazing.
But what I think a lot of women don't understand is if a man who has no money spends money on you, that money he spent means more than the guy who got plenty of money who spent more money. So if you got a rich guy who spent $2,000 on you and you got a broke nigga who spent $200 on you, you look at it like the nigga who spent $200 on you like you more. But truth be told, the nigga who didn't have the money care more about you than the one who did have it. But y'all don't look at it like that. All you see is that nigga bought me some Coach shoes and that nigga bought me a Chanel bag. I'm rocking with the nigga who bought me a Chanel bag. But he can buy all these bitches Chanel bags. That's the fucking problem. So it's like you laying up with the nigga who got enough resources to fuck 5, 6, 7, 8 bitches at the same time and make them feel special. And then when he get done, he toss you up and throw you to the side. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem.
I think that's the problem. I think now the problem is that now women have the means to buy their own Chanel bag.
And yet
And they
y'all
like,
still don't
what?
do it.
Yes, we do. Who don't?
We do.
Who
Okay, let
don't?
me ask y'all a question. Everybody over here on social media, kinda. How many times do you get on somebody's page and it's their birthday and they post their Cash App tag?
I've never done that.
Again, some people over here on social
I mean,
media.
I see where they
do
put their
that.
cash up for people to, you know.
These the
How
same
is that any
females that
different from the
boss
person that
bitches.
walk around with the clip with the money on it?
What guy you know walking around with a clip with money on?
I don't know.
None. We don't do that. That's a female thing.
That's true. When they was younger, they did it.
They ain't know no better. They ain't know no better. Or they parents just pinned it
Excuse
on.
me, sir.
That was ass where I come from. You ain't walking around with no money on your shirt, you might not come home. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. Like, even females who are financially successful do these things because females don't mind free money. Ain't nobody gonna turn down free money.
I don't think anybody is turning down free
Yeah,
money.
but what guy do you know?
I see
doing
dudes do the cash app too
that? Them niggas get
on
it.
my Facebook.
Them
I know.
niggas get it.
I not.
Them
I
niggas
see them
get
on there
it.
doing it.
Everybody
I
else
ain't
doing
never
it.
seen
Yeah, it's always
I done
say
seen
show
guys.
love. No gay, no gay shit, but just show some love and
I think handouts are
$5.
feminine. In all honesty, I think handouts are feminine. Handouts.
Are feminine.
I need something. I think that's feminine to me, man, because I feel like men figure out how to get the shit done. I'm not waiting around till somebody says, you know what, you been a solid nigga, let me throw some dollars on you. No, I can't rely on that, because in the event that you don't feel that way, I still have a problem I need to solve. The only way I can solve a problem is by me solving it, figuring it out. It ain't by sitting up here going to cry to your mama, going to the church, praying about it. You can pray, but if you don't have actions that support what it is you want, you'll be stagnant, was the word I believe you used earlier, right?
That is correct.
You'll be a bus driver.
but I think that that's true as far as like, men are not getting, I guess it is kind of crazy to look at like a handout or whatever. I could agree with that, but that would make you like more of like the, I don't want to say alpha male, but more of that, what they consider toxic masculinity. I'm saying it wrong.
Toxic masculinity.
You know what I'm trying to say. My tongue don't work sometimes. Shut up, John.
I got a button for that. I swear I got a button for that. Respectfully, I'm not gonna push it.
No, some words get all tired.
I gotta push it now.
She was a hoe. For show.
No, but yeah. So if we, in fairness, if we're pivoting, so your answer is you wouldn't date somebody on a bus who drove a bus.
If that's the end all be all, then no.
Okay, so this is like public transportation. What about somebody who drove a bus for, let's say, a rapper? Somebody who drove like a Sprinter. What about that?
like a service guy.
Well, no. So
He owned the company?
Like it's
no, like say, okay,
he's subbing for his driver.
back when I did customer
Let's
service,
just say a chauffeur.
there was a rapper who
A
had
shuttle driver.
no, not a shuttle driver.
Oh.
You took it to the wrong direction.
It's just like Uber Black.
Remember, we were working at a customer service spot, and there was a certain rapper who would come into the hotel, and there was somebody who brought him to all his events.
Oh yeah.
They make different money than somebody who drives MARTA. So
he
would
his
you?
friend.
Personal driver.
Yeah, that's how you want to put it. Yeah, sure. Would you do that?
It depends on how much money he makes.
What's the difference and what's the variance of money that you would be acceptable? I guess that's probably a better question. What amount of money does a man need to make for you to feel comfortable?
I don't think it's about necessarily how much money he makes. I think it's what he does with the money he makes, because you can make $100,000 a year. You spend it wrong, you still gonna be broke. Now you can make somewhere between 45, 50, and it's gonna be okay. But you ain't gonna have all the extra oohs and ahs of life. but you're gonna be okay. Especially in Atlanta, in this climate, you have to be making a certain amount of money to be able to comfortably live. Once you add up all your bills and you like, yes, you like, okay, this bill, that bill, you like, oh, okay.
I think for me, it just depends on how hard he works to get it. For me, it's not really an amount for me, but if I see you out there trying to get it, you out there working hard, you driving this person around, you doing this, you doing extra, all this type of stuff to make sure you got money in your pockets. I'm cool with that. It ain't really a limit for me, like amount.
Okay, that's fair.
I think it's just a hustle for me.
Okay, that's fair.
Then that's a problem. You can't. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It depends on how hard they're trying to get it, and how much what you're doing. What are you doing to get where you need to get to? Ambition, keep it going. But the moment you get lax and you ain't pushing, and this all you gonna do is just drive the celebrity around, that's a problem for me.
I mean, I get it. I mean, I think, in all honesty, you can have a comfortable life. And that's another thing. When you say comfortable, that's an objective word. Like, what is comfortable to you opposed to what would be comfortable for me? It's totally different things. But I think the average person, if you can go on vacation, go out to a couple places, nothing overly extravagant. I'm not saying you got to go to Vegas for fight night or nothing like that. But if you really think about it, like a round trip ticket to Puerto Rico in right time of year is like $300 a ticket. Somebody making $45,000 can afford to go to Puerto Rico.
I think it's like more like paying your bills and still being able to live life. Like, don't just work to pay bills. Work to pay your bills, and also live life. Take me on a couple of dates. Let's fly. Let's do this, whatever. But I don't want to just be all the money is towards the bills. At least the bills paid.
Now we can sit in the house and look at each other.
Let me ask you, this is a different question. But what's a good date? Somebody told me you got to be creative and go to candle making and all kind of stuff.
That's
I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree.
It's too much stuff.
Whoever said that.
So what I'm saying is,
not dates. The movies is not a date.
Exactly, the first date, right?
Whoever
But
said
what about bowling or activity?
Bowling is nice.
That's an activity.
What about painted in Atlanta? We got painted pin.
That's nice.
Painted the your third
candle making.
Yeah, the third
Candle
spot.
making.
Candle making.
Picnic.
Yeah, by the way, whoever
picnic.
said that was
a
on their
luxury.
swivel.
A luxury picnic at that.
Oh,
A picnic.
luxury picnic.
A luxury picnic.
It's cold.
So you want to be
No, it doesn't have to just be cold.
It could be just really nice, like a
Igloos are-
charcuterie
Yeah.
board, all that good stuff.
A
Some
what
wine,
board?
Charcuterie.
There you go.
Charcuterie
No.
board.
Yeah,
Charcuterie.
with some cheese and some crackers, some
What is
wine.
this? I've not-
Charcuterie. It has fruit. It's fruit. It can
So a
be.
fruit tray.
No,
It has
no,
meat.
no.
It has meat
on
and
there
cheese.
too.
It's got
It's
meat,
it's
it got
everything.
crackers, it got some
Cookies. It's everything on there.
But honestly, is females really accepting a charcuterie board?
Yes,
This word kills me. This word killing me, bro.
charcuterie board.
Yes.
What you just want to say meat and cheese?
A meat and cheese board.
It's a meat tray.
It is not a Lunchable.
It's a meat tray. It's a variety. Right, it's a variety meat tray. Like, you know what I mean? But do we? I guess. When do we get back to enjoying the simple things? I feel like
What
a lot
simple
of
things?
like simple things. Like sometimes like just walking in the park. Like everything.
That's nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't on their list of things. They just mentioned.
Yeah.
But I think they talking about like when you first meet a chick and you trying to take her out. There's so many things in Atlanta that you can offer somebody to do versus just texting somebody what you want to do. Then you can plan a whole date before you even ask a person what it is that we want to do.
That's true.
There's so many things. There's got like pasta making, painting, exotic painting.
You can make
I
a
wouldn't
rug.
mind going to that. Make a rug.
You can make a rug. Yeah.
Yeah, all types of stuff. So
I
it's
can
like
get on Amazon, Google it.
And you can do it in the living room with some candles and stuff. It'd be really fun.
That'd be cool
That'd be cool
too.
too.
But what girl is coming to your house like
First date.
first date?
Well, she giving up the draws. I mean,
No,
that's-
she
No,
not.
she not.
No, she
No,
not.
she not.
No, she not.
No,
No.
she's not giving that just
No.
because you did
first
that.
date.
No.
Just because you ordered some stuff off Amazon.
Exactly.
Is that not thoughtful?
No.
That's thoughtful. Like 4th or 5th date, yeah. Stoppable. Cool.
Other than that,
So you gotta
house.
come out swinging on the first date.
That's not swinging.
It is.
No, it's not. It's not
kinda
swinging.
is. It is.
No, it's not. But going to a rug making class, paying for 2 people is $75.
No, because I say that because
research
they
one?
doing all. No, I say that because if they're doing all this type of stuff, going to the rug and you going picnic, and all of a sudden it stops, that's gonna be a problem. So they coming out swinging. They coming out doing you their best. And then all of a sudden it stopped because it ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna
If
last.
you creative, it is.
Nah.
But also after a point, I do feel like, okay, the guy has taken the girl out or whatever, maybe 6 months or 8 months down the line.
Damn. 6 months?
I'm not talking about giving it up in that amount of time, KG. I know that's what you're thinking, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay. That's longer than the 90-day rule.
I'm talking about
These are not false accusations.
I'm talking about the girl maybe turn around and take the guy out somewhere. Maybe
In
she's
6 months?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hold on. Wait a minute. From date 1, we gotta go 6 months before you even consider to take me out?
Not consider. I'm just saying, like, that's too long. I don't think that's too long. 6 months go by like that.
Okay.
You living life.
In this 6 months, when do I hit it?
Depends on the vibe.
What
I can
you
only speak for
mean?
me personally. I can only speak for me personally. It depends on the whole vibe of the situation.
So I can't be a bus driver because 6 months I gotta take you out.
I ain't say you can't be a bus driver. I said you can't start off. Like, that can't just be like you bus driving and that's it. Like, we ain't going somewhere else with it.
Okay. What benefits am I looking for to continue to date you until these 6 months? What benefits am I getting? I'm giving you benefits. I'm taking you on
She
dates.
could come over to your house. If she texting, she can come over to your house and not have sex with you.
That's what I'm saying.
And cook for you and clean for you and do everything that you want without all
can
of
be done in the first week. What benefits am I getting to wait?
That's kind of like
6 months.
That's kind of like the same question. Exactly. And that's kind of like the same question of what do you bring to the table?
You know what I bring because I'm paying for every date until 6 months. You know what I'm bringing.
I was just saying that as an example. Man, I mean, I ain't saying that as an example. That's what I believe. I'm sticking to it. I'm gonna stand on that.
Stand on it.
I am.
Okay.
6 months. I'll spend some money on you.
Oh Lord. But once again, when am I hitting it?
In 6 months.
I don't know. I can't. I'm not gonna. I'm talking about for me personally. I'm not giving no date. I'm not saying 90 days. I'm not saying it's not within that first month. I can guarantee that.
This nigga's a bus driver. How much money you think he got? I mean, let's be realistic. I mean, like, I think it's a funny thing because it's just like, again, this is part of the game, right? The wait game, I'm not gonna let you smash in 90 days. That's all centered around, I want you to show me that you're interested and I can pull resources from you.
But it's not
His goal is to not spend the resources. That's why y'all leave each other on red. That's why there's always another woman or another guy involved.
But what happens to just getting to know me? Like, what in those 6 months you just get to know me?
I can get to know you before 6 months hit. I can get to know you in these 90 days.
But I mean, Alex, it's a probationary period.
It
like
is.
This 90 days.
She just said 6 months is when she gonna spend money on a date. That's why I said, when is the fucking when is the sex coming in? I'm just saying.
It's gotta be immediate.
Right.
Like,
That is not gonna be immediate.
Okay.
Like now.
How about this? How about we switch roles? If he says, okay, we can do 6 months, but it's gonna be 6 months before I spend money on you, are you willing to stick around?
How does dating thing supposed to work?
We
just talking on the
I can
phone?
come up with 60 free dates.
We're gonna walk in the park forever.
But
I ain't gotta know what you spent. If you spent anything at all.
But I'm saying, are you gonna be okay with 60 months waiting for
60
anything?
months or
Dang.
6
I mean,
months?
6 months, whatever.
Yeah, like, how do I know what you
You see
spent? I
that
don't
shit?
know.
Man, you spent.
I don't know, but the whole 90 days or the six months thing, it's about figuring out if this person even like you like that. Especially for a female, coming from me, as far as giving somebody some, I'm trying to figure out, is that all you was looking for in the first place? So you gotta get to know me to like me.
Man, y'all know in the first few seconds if you gonna get a man some or not.
I absolutely.
Okay, so why I gotta
Absolutely.
wait?
Nobody said that we didn't know.
That don't mean I'm
Nobody
gonna do
said
it.
we didn't
Okay.
know. We just said that you have 6 months before you get it.
I didn't
Now,
say
and
6 months.
she
I
said
said
a
as far
date.
as spending money.
Yeah,
Oh, I mean, 6 months.
So that's why I'm like,
90 days,
is-
60 days, whatever. We never said we weren't gonna give it to you. You just don't know when.
Yeah.
So can we get? Can I get a contract? Like,
No.
let me know what's going on.
Ain't no
like,
contract.
Ah.
Ain't
You
no
know,
contract.
signing day. You know, you get to.
You know, I think it's ridiculous.
Why?
Thank you.
I think men, y'all are funny. Y'all will
I'm
wait
just
on.
hilarious.
Y'all wait all year on some Jordans to release. Y'all will wait. Your barber ain't in town. Y'all wait for him to come back so he can cut your hair.
That's
But
called loyalty.
Exactly. But there's no sense of loyalty. Like, you committed to this situation to see where it goes. You gotta see it through. You
Mm.
got to see it through.
Oh my god. What you want to say?
Right.
I am debating on saying this. I've been still about 2 minutes.
He has to keep moving
I
his
know. I
face.
keep looking at him like
He like he want to say something so
He
bad.
finna say something.
It's gonna be ridiculous.
It
And
is.
this
Utterly
might
absurd.
This might get pulled off YouTube. But I think women make men wait long time for sex because they want them to be liked because the sex really ain't that good.
No.
It's
Nah.
something that keeps
Nah.
them engaged
Nah.
because the
No.
coochie ain't that good.
No,
No.
we do it
It's
because
just-
we don't want
no.
it to end up being, oh, that's all it about.
But
Once
if it
you
was
give
really
it up.
good, wouldn't he be there again anyway?
Yes, but then that turns the relationship is that's all it's about.
It's
You
sex.
you calling me at 12, but you used to call 12 midnight, but you used to call me at 12 noon and ask me how my day was. Now you asking me, am I up?
So truth be
Like-
told, he really didn't care about your day, but he was acting like you. You'd rather him act like he care about your day.
Yes.
Yes.
Act like it. Be a professional actor.
Pretend.
That goes
Right.
back to what Nikki Giovanni said.
Fake
you know? Hush now, don't explain. Lie to me like you lie to them people at your damn job.
Sound like an old slave. ain't nobody got. I just feel like it's just a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Like you.
But you know there
So
are
what
some
is
guys
the-
out there that make women wait.
For what?
I've done it.
They making them wait for
You did it
what?
before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done
Yeah. To wait.
Yeah,
They was
know
like,
that
hey,
you like.
I need you
Hit
to
one
come
of
over
them-
here, and I'm like, yeah,
Hit
not
one of
tonight.
them buttons over there.
Yeah, he made him wait till he grabbed the condom. That's about all he made him wait for.
Oh wait, he just got done saying all that.
Right,
Like I
right.
need a contract,
Right.
but then you gonna say
Yeah.
I made him wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I
part.
did
It
it.
was part of a game, though.
Hit the cat button.
Part of a game.
Let that nigga Terry bone.
It was part of a game. It was just because I know that she wanted it. Let me see how far you gonna wait.
But that's the other thing. Like men can come off real eager about it, and that just is
That's
It's
a
not-
turn off.
right.
But is the eager or aggressive?
it's
It's
No,
eager.
it's eager.
There's a difference. You can handle aggressive,
Right.
eager.
Mm.
Like as soon as I
Like
touch
thirst.
you ready to take your pants
Right.
off. Excuse me, slow down, sir.
Right.
All I did was rub your arm a little bit.
That's all I needed.
Right. Facts. Facts. I don't know. I guess the question is like, you would rather somebody waste half a year of your time than a month? Because that's what it really boils down to. You play the wait game. Men aren't who they really are in front of you until after they have sex with you.
Right,
Well,
but that
first
goes.
off, but the thing with the if it was 6 months and you're dating this person for 6 months, you're not only just talking to that person, that one person. I wouldn't. We're dating.
Okay, so that's a good question. All right, so you said it's gonna be 6 months before you go up the draws. Are you okay with that nigga talking to other females while he waiting on you to go up the draws?
Absolutely, we're just dating.
Yeah, we're just dating. We're not
I'm talking to
official.
other people.
Yeah.
Okay,
You should be dating too.
I can't. I don't
Where
believe
we
none
at?
of that.
Where we at?
Oh,
Why
So
you
you
so
telling
quick to
me-
hit the cat button
so-
for him, but when Chelsea
Yeah,
asked for it, he told her,
I got you.
you got
Terry bone.
yeah.
You know what I do in the back of them cars?
I'm just saying. Y'all, so what you're saying is you're okay with if we're on a date, we're sitting here and I get a phone call from another female. Hey, I'm on a date. I'll call you back later. You're okay with
Absolutely.
it, knowing that that's another female.
Absolutely.
Yes. We're
At
not committed. We're
1000%.
not in some type of relationship. We've already set this up to say we're dating. We're just dating. I should have no expectation for you to be like, oh, we're dating exclusively.
Right.
That conversation hasn't taken place.
But a lot of females, that's what they think. They expect.
I
think that just comes with maturity.
Exactly. And I think if you set them rules, like we are just dating. We're not together.
Even if
we're
you,
just
even
dating.
if you set the rules, the first day that we start talking to some women want the man to stop every other girl he's talking to.
That's on them. Here's the thing. You can never say I didn't tell you. You knew off rip I was already talking to other people. The notion in this day and age that you meet somebody and they ain't talking to nobody else, that's ridiculous. And if you
Insane.
believe that, there's something wrong. You delusional.
Unless you're just somebody be in the house.
Right.
Maybe you in a
Under a rock.
Right.
You know?
Not under a rock.
Okay,
Just in the
okay,
house.
so
No,
okay,
under a
let's-
rock.
let's
Under
make
a rock,
this-
under the house.
If we can compartmentalize this. So you've been talking to a dude, you say you got a 6 months rule, right? You start talking to him January 1. It is May 31st. You call him, he say, I'm out with another female. He come holler at you June 1st. You gonna give him some butt. That's 6 months.
I'm not saying that. I'm not.
What's going on?
But you make it seem like it's so like,
what
oh,
would be
this the
lying?
date right here. I got it marked on the calendar. This the day he
But
gets some.
but that's you told me 6 months. That's what day I'm looking for it. So any day after June 1st is on and popping.
So you
Yeah,
looking,
any day after that.
you literally
Any day.
So
We got a
7
whole
months.
nother 6 months.
So you're literally out here looking like, hey,
But who actually
No.
has that conversation with somebody? Like, hey, how
That's the
long before
conversation
I
that should
get
be
some?
had.
Like, excuse me, sir, how long before you
Well,
get some?
it'll
Not like that,
probably
but-
come up later. Like, the more y'all going out, the more
Exactly.
y'all going out. Eventually, he gonna ask. Like,
Right.
you know, what's up?
But
with
he
them?
gonna
That's
ask
true.
if you
Get the
putting
butt.
up blockers and stuff like that, or if it's like some type of situations where like he go and touch you, or y'all vibing in that type of way, and then it's like, hey, nah, that type
Yeah.
of thing. Then
Of course
yeah, that
not.
conversation will
Yeah.
come up. But if y'all doing other stuff in between all that, and then the conversation come up, and it's like, oh, I don't feel comfortable doing that all the way with you right now. Like, I don't want to do that right now in this space. I don't feel safe.
But I think
Safe
it's,
space.
I think a lot of women just credit the fact about how territorial men are, right? And long time ago, Lord knows, long time ago. This is a long time ago. I was talking to a female, and she said, you know, hey, we just, you know, kicking it, chilling, whatever. So, you know, it wasn't like it was like exclusive, nothing like that. All right, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really think nothing of it. And we was on the phone one day, and she messed around, told me that she went to a concert with some dude the other day, right? It's like, I ain't really know how I feel about it, but you know, I ain't make a big deal out of it. And then like I went and kicked it with her, maybe I don't know, like the next week she wouldn't kiss me. Like, whoa, bitch, let's back up, because you were just with so and so.
But what makes you think that they did anything?
I don't know if you did. I don't know if you didn't.
At this time,
We're dating.
Right.
come on, Jonathan. So at this time, this was the only girl you were seeing. You weren't seeing no other
No,
female.
what I'm saying here is though, right?
So what's the double standard for?
what I'm- okay, so let's be an adult about this situation.
Yes.
You talking to a dude, right? Y'all not exclusive, right? He might have told you I had a crazy night last night. You get the impression that he ate some box. You gonna give him a kiss? It wasn't your box he ate. You want pussy on your breath? I don't think so.
I mean,
I mean, no, you're not. But who's to say that even if he didn't tell you, who's to say he didn't eat a box and you
right,
still
but
kissed
to
him?
knowingly,
So what?
To
To
knowingly do something?
but that's just crazy to just assume I had a crazy night last night. I'm just gonna automatically assume you was getting it in. Like,
If I threw either one of y'all use dildo, would you use it?
no.
Exactly. Exactly. So if you had the idea that it was used, repackaged, you'd be like, nah, I'm gonna get
But
the one
that's
behind
crazy.
me.
But why would you just assume that off top?
Because if you're open enough to say that you're still out there dating, I don't think that that's something that's off the table. because you're like, you can't have hurt feelings because I told you about it. Like you're prepping me for something. It ain't like you just going to the library with these niggas.
No.
Like,
I need to put you under. So I need to put you under the disillusion that you're the only person that I'm seeing. Although that makes absolutely no sense because neither one of us are committed to each other.
I need you to act like a lady. Okay?
So if I'm telling you, yes, I'm dating other people, but I'm not doing anything with anybody. I'm not doing anything like you're.
Men ain't go. They not.
That's the wrong one. I'm sorry.
I was about to say.
Right. But that's
They just run
not
into
that's
each other.
damn. I just forgot what I was gonna say. Damn.
But I'm saying like I'm telling you, I'm not doing anything. You're included in that
Oh,
group.
that's what it was.
I'm saying I'm not doing anything
Most
with you. I
men
ain't
don't
doing
believe that
time.
because 9 times out of 10 they smashing whoever they talking to. They automatically gonna believe that you're doing the same thing.
Somebody got to change this oil. I mean, what we talking about?
Exactly.
Like,
So that's
what's-
why they're not gonna believe that you ain't messing around with nobody because they doing what they doing
Well,
with
I mean,
somebody else. Why
if
they
you look
waiting
like
for you?
anything, I mean, it's really like a term of endearment almost. If you look like anything, I would assume somebody want to smash you. So it's just like, if you ain't smashing me, you still got those needs. Out of the 5 niggas you talking to, you telling me ain't near
It's
one of
called
them
a
smashing?
rose. It's called a vibrator. It's called my fingers. It's called all
That
of that.
gets
I ain't
old.
got
It's called all of that.
It don't.
That gets
it
old.
don't.
It doesn't.
So you telling me you can go the rest of your life with plastic?
Yeah.
Where's that? Where's that?
Silicone.
It's
And
cap.
silicone. and yeah.
It's cap.
She's DTF. She's down.
I'm just saying, I don't believe that you can go the rest of your life without having the companionship or even the warmth of another man next to you.
I don't think you go all your life without it. You're not.
I think you can. I think you can. That's where we get the woman with a bunch of cats from. She's been by herself all her
Like,
life.
I'm quite
She got
sure.
cats.
I'm quite sure she was thinking about one of them cats. Could, you know,
Ew.
one of them cats. You know, they lick milk. Shit.
Gross. That's nasty.
I'm just saying. I'm quite sure it crossed her mind a couple times. A couple bottles of wine, you know. She be in her zone.
KD
like,
does
little
not speak
Tabby
for
been
the
working
entire
out.
Last but not least podcast.
Yes.
Those are thoughts of his and his only. Just want to make sure everybody knows. Peter, that was him. Wasn't me.
Alone.
No, I don't think. I think women can go a while without it.
I don't think
Yes.
so. I think y'all cap. I think y'all got an ex-boyfriend that y'all just keep fucking that ain't worth a nickel. All he good for is some dick. And y'all just keep fucking him while y'all keep dealing with
y'all
these
don't
other
wanna add
niggas.
bodies.
And then when they get serious, then maybe you'll
Y'all don't
cut
want to
him
add
off.
bodies.
Y'all don't wanna add no
think-
bodies.
Y'all want to add bodies, so you gonna go to the same regular body.
There are
you
some women out there that don't give a shit about adding bodies. They just as niggas just as much as you are.
That's true.
That's true.
They don't give a shit about that.
A lot of them say, I don't want to add no more bodies, so I'm just gonna keep messing with this guy because you comfortable with it. It's comfortability.
Yep.
I mean, who knows how many bodies?
Exactly.
Like, we gotta have
Yeah,
sit down
'cause
having that
any
conversation.
number you give me, I'm multiplying by 3.
About 3.
Legit.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Legit.
So now I got to tell you 2. Do the math.
Hey,
I might put a 1 in front of that.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, then multiply.
What are you talking about? Lying
I
ass.
think it just all come with like as you get older. As you get older, you stop caring about certain things and you want to be truthful and honest with anybody that you're dating. If I'm dating multiple people, I'm dating multiple people. If I'm sleeping with this person and I'm not sleeping with you, then that's out of respect for you.
Are you gonna tell him that you slept with that other guy?
Why are you asking?
What do you mean? We dating, so isn't that
But what
important?
does it matter
Yeah,
to
what does it
you?
matter?
Okay, if y'all get into the moment, let's just say for whatever reason there's no contraceptive around, or you get into one and one breaks. Wouldn't it be nice to know that she was just having sex yesterday?
I think you'll find out if anything happens.
Yeah, and I think that also depends on the
No, you can't say that.
it depends on
You
the
can't say
female.
that.
Like as you date a female, you kind of learn her and you kind of know if that female's about that type of
How-
life or not.
Hence the 6 months. Why you gotta wait 6 months?
How
so
am
you
I,
can-
how am I learning? How am I learning you if you're with the other guy?
We're dating too.
How many dates do I get?
What you mean? However many days, as long as the vibe is good. We're having fun.
But we ain't having sex.
Fellas, I'm telling you, if you ever been on the phone with a female and she hit you with one of those, Didn't I tell you my mama went to the store today? She talking to other niggas. She done told the other nigga. She done forgot who she talked to. Didn't I tell you I went to the store last week? I didn't tell you I went to the store. That's because she got other niggas she talking to, man. Take that to the bank.
That
Take it to the bank.
That and if she tell you a story twice, that means she done told that story a numerous times, and she forgot that she told you.
Can't even remember.
But don't guys sometimes? I feel like guys like to know up front what's going on so that they know if you got competition. Like there's other people out there that want me too just as much as you do.
Yeah, but again, men are territorial. So it depends on like what woman you talking to, right? If there's a competition and it's like who spend the most money on you is the one that you go for. Because some females is like that. Like you feel like because he spent more money, he care more. Which again, I broke that down. That ain't necessarily the case.
That's immaturity though.
That's true. But some females never get to that point. Maybe they never get into anything real. So you really can't tell the difference between somebody who care about you and somebody who just buying you off essentially. So I mean, it really just it depends. Like it really depends. Like if somebody was straightforward with me and told me, hey, I'm sleeping with this dude, it'd be like, all right, cool. You're not gonna get my undivided attention. When I feel like texting you back, I text you back because it's just something to do. But I can't put all my eggs in that basket when you're not doing the same thing. And I can't be the man that I'm gonna be as a boyfriend or a husband, knowing that I'm sitting up here playing second fiddle to whoever else is in your face at the moment. You know what I'm saying? I text you at 10:30 at night. You text me the next day at 12 o'clock. Fuck was you doing?
She was 6 months.
I was asleep.
Nah, you was 6 months and day one.
Right.
I said a date. I didn't say that's how long it take to get it in. I'm just saying, as far as like spending money.
Man, nigga be over there like,
What more do you want from me?
I'm just
be
saying.
like that, boy. Be like
I'm just
that.
saying, like, I think that guys. I mean, but what for a guy can set a female apart? Like out of all the women you dating,
Right.
what sets that female apart? I'ma put attention on you, like you said. I'm gonna pay more attention to you than I do to all the rest of them.
Yeah. Well, I look at it like, for me, I think the things that set you apart is response time is a big thing for me. So it's just like everybody busy, but we all know if you want to be involved with somebody, you'll make time for the things you want to make time for. So if you got somebody who's relatively responsive, I don't think you need to be responding jiffy quick, but I mean, like, we don't have, 5, 6, 7 hours during the day that go by. As much as people are on their phones right now, I don't think anybody can say, unless you work in a warehouse and you can't actually have your phone, that 5 and 6 hours go by while you're supposed to be awoke that you haven't got to your phone. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's unreasonable. And then, like, when you have people that have unverifiable excuses, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I gotta take my grandma to the hospital. Like, shit, you would be a piece of shit of a person to question that. Them be the lies, because I know you can't question it. So when you have too much of that shit, it's like a red flag.
Right.
How your
Like,
grandma
oh.
doing?
Right.
Shit, all right.
Yeah.
Right.
What hospital you say she was at?
Right.
The one up the street.
Yeah.
Routine checkup.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I just like, and KG can contest this. We got a homeboy that we went to school with, and every time this nigga on the phone, he want to get off the phone, he be like, all right, man, I'm finna run my grandma, go get a prescription. Every time, my nigga, how many?
What you need?
She keep dropping the pill bottle on.
Like, it's just one of them things. So when people do that, it's just like a red flag. But if you can get someone's attention and be around them, and you don't feel like you need a break, I think that's what sets you apart from all the other females. Other females you might want to be around long enough to have sex with, but after that, for females who don't know this, after that nigga nut, like right then he snapped back to reality. He be like, oh, why the fuck is she here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want her to go home, but if you don't get that feeling, then I think you're starting to set yourself apart from the other females. So that's my answer.
I would say, yeah, spending time is gonna be to a point where, like you said, you want to spend more time with that person. If I start to cut other people off, just spend time with you, then that's when you set yourself apart. It could be whatever vibe we got. If it's every time we link, we have a good time. It might not even involve sex, but it's gonna involve sex. But it might not involve sex. But you'll know if it doesn't involve sex, and I'm still calling you and we still kicking it, then you setting yourself apart. You pulling past everybody else. So I mean, that's how I feel.
So the chase is not relevant.
The chase?
The chase is in the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, what? There has to be progress in the chase. You know what I'm saying? So like, okay.
We should give you a little bit here and then,
what is that a little bit? We mean
just
a little
bit.
A little bit what?
Just enough.
A little bit of what?
A little bit. Just, a little time here and there, a little bit.
Nah, you keep that. Look.
Or,
Give me no chuck chains.
Or you text her and she take a few minutes to text you back. Or, say you text her on Monday and she don't text you back till Tuesday morning. Is that a problem?
Oh, I mean that's a problem. I mean, at the end of the day, you a back burner at that point.
It depends. It depends on where we are in the relationship. For me. If I text you Monday and you text me Tuesday,
That Aries talk.
It depends on what's going on. Like you might work at night, you might have got a busy night or whatever. I might work at night, I got a busy night, so it didn't even fathom to my mind to even say she ain't text me back. But it just depends on where we at.
If I notice you ain't text me back, you fucked up. If I look and be like, didn't I text her? And I be like, it say delivered and you ain't. All right, she think I'm playing.
But what she hit you back with a good excuse?
What's the good excuse?
What's a good excuse?
Somebody has to die?
Who died?
Right.
Ain't nobody had
Somebody
to die for
died
that
or
to
your
happen.
phone died. It's gonna be something died.
I had a crazy day. Work was da-da-da-da-da. I just
Right.
felt like I couldn't catch up. I did this. I went to my mom's house and I came back and I cooked and I did this and I just fell asleep. I crashed.
So
So
that's
how did you get home?
I drove.
Okay, before you got in your car and crunked it up, you could.
Ain't nobody thinking about texting you when I'm getting off work.
So then
I'm still work
I'm a
mode.
second thought, right?
Yeah, I'm not a priority.
I'm not a priority.
I'm in
Not
work
a
mode
priority.
still. I gotta bring
Okay,
the digress
while you
from
at
work.
work, you should be thinking about me, just like when I'm at work. I should be thinking about you, right?
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
No,
If you're in a situation, a relationship, you're thinking about your person. I can't wait to get to this person. So now you're off and you get in your car to drive home. You should be like, hey babe, I'm tired. I'm gonna hit you tomorrow. At least some kind of response. No response is a response.
Well,
It is.
that typed up the message. I just
forgot
fell
to send
asleep.
it.
Wow,
That's happened a lot.
And so you
I
woke up
texted.
I woke up and
Tuesday
like,
morning and
dang.
said, oh damn.
I
Here you
woke
go.
up 5 in the morning.
That's when
Dang,
you
let
get
me
up,
send
you
that.
wake up, you call. Actually, you don't even send a
Well, I
text. You
take the
wake
test
up.
determined that was a lie.
I got these sound effects queued up.
I mean, so the bottom line is that you get so many passes. Like you can say you busy. There's only so much of that you can be, because nobody is that busy to the point where they can't respond.
Some people
to a
are
text
that
message.
busy.
Some people pretend
Some
to be
people
that
are
busy.
that busy.
And I know for a fact because I've pretended to be that busy. So you can sit there and try and run that script on me. Yeah, you can sit there and try to run that script on me as many times as you want to, but at the end of it all, I know for a fact it's not.
I mean, it does go as you make time for what you want to make time for.
Exactly. If
That's
they wanted to,
understandable.
they would. That's period. And that means I take you a little less serious. I pay you a little less attention, and eventually I fall the hell off because I'm not a priority to you. Why would you ever be a priority to me?
Been a priority if you was getting up them draws. Hey, look, but this has been a great podcast.
Yeah.
I think we've definitely run over. But that's good though. I hope everybody
Makes
enjoyed
good
the show.
editing.
Yeah, it isn't. I'll say that from personal experience, but I'm glad everybody was here. I'm glad we got to introduce you guys to the podcast. Hope everybody's going to tune in, join. We got female perspective, as right or wrong as it may be.
Always right.
Absolutely.
Always.
We'll cut that in editing. Don't worry about that. But yeah, we hope y'all tune in. We're going to bring y'all some more content. We got a lot to talk about. We appreciate y'all tuning in. As always, it's last but not least podcast, Mr. Snapisode.
KG.
Blondie.
JD.
We out.